Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, sorry about that. Just had to do a quick little, getting texted a bit right now. So if I pause randomly, I'll try to cut it out, but if I just pause randomly for a few seconds, it's probably just because I'm checking my texts. I tried not to, but, kinda have about these ones. Kinda have to. Oh god. Oh yeah, something that most games don't let you do is usually just make it so you can't climb over these things. This game's, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, no, you see those spikes? Well, if you want to really try, you can try climbing over them. Well, enjoy your meal. So yeah, you can actually try climbing over them, but if you do, you'll just get hit. You'll just get hurt because you're climbing over spikes. So I find that like pretty interesting how that's like something that most games just go like, nah, you just can't touch it at all. This game's like, no, you can. You're just gonna get hurt for it. So yeah. Here, let's go up here. Also, I did get the upgraded blink. I don't know if you guys saw that when I upgraded. I'm pretty sure you did, but yeah. So it goes a lot farther now, which is really nice.
Having to deal with those uppity overseer bastards.
Are you crazy? They can hear anything you say.
I don't give a rat's ass. I really don't. They took my uncle's business over their 7 stricture bullshit.
Don't be stupid. I've been watching how they operate. They're disciplined.
City watch
Owns these streets. That's not gonna change.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The overseers and the city guard kind of have like a little bit of, they're two separate groups. They work together, but they're also two separate groups. So they kind of like do their own things with their own rules. I just love how quick you can just teleport around and kill people.
No, stupid goddamn.
There you go. That's dealt with. Ah. Hey there, buddies. God damn it. Gotcha. These guys don't carry bullets because they're not the captains. So I got quiet sometimes when I go into combat because they need to concentrate a little bit. But because the combat in this game isn't 100% easy. So yeah, sorry if I get quiet a little bit. But yeah, sadly these guys aren't like captains, so they don't drop ammo when you beat them. The captains do because they have guns, so you just pick up the gun and get the ammo for it. You know, not these guys. So you want to be a little bit more careful with how much ammo you use. So let's go to Dr. Galvani's office. This is a doctor guy who was working on the rat plague, and like working on on it, like just kind of, I don't know, studying or whatever. Okay, safe. I could brute force it. I could show you guys how long it takes to brute force something, but I won't do that. I'll try to find the code. Unless I really can't find it, then I'll brute force it. But I think I'll be good.
Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Someone's over there.
I
need help!
Yep.
Help!
Shush. Wait.
Oh, please.
Shush. 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 The female model moves in a really weird way when you do that. Just saying. The memos do that too? Yeah, they do. They're just not built the same way, and so they don't. It's not as noticeable. All right. So, anyways, moving on. I've been invited to a soiree at the Boyle Estate. Of course I won't attend. The 28th day of the 7th month, the month of high cold, is the day I met Anton Sokolov at the academy. Why would I tarnish the anniversary of the most important day of my life by licking aristocratic boots? I have no time for fools. I'll be solving the riddles of this plague. Perhaps I'll raise a cup of Tivian Red. Pocket watch, $50. Sleep darts. I mean, those are still good. Especially with the combat sleep dart upgrade, they just one-shot anybody in combat. Sleep darts instead. Okay. So, 28th day of the 7th month, if I'm correct, that's probably safe code, right? Yeah, there you go. Golden guts, that's it? Okay, $200 though is always good. Rat guts. Hunter guts downstairs as well, I didn't hear that. Ow. Gotta learn that. In Dishonored 2, the fall damage is nowhere near as bad. You can fall down much higher without getting hurt. So, not used to that. Third stricture. Excerpt from a work detailing one of the 7 strictures. Restrict the restless hands, which quickly become the workmates of the outsider. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade, for even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. That or really annoys a person and makes them want to become evil. Oh yeah. Slackjaw. I really wonder how it's so hard to carry tiny little arrows. The bullets, sure, have you seen the size of the bullets? But goddamn, just these tiny little bolts. You seriously can't fit more than 10? I always find it really weird when games do an inventory limit on specific type of things. An inventory limit in general is really annoying, but in a game like this, it's kind of like required almost, you know, because if not, it'd be really overpowered to have infinite ammo, right? So it makes sense. But like, why is it that I can only have 10 crossbow bolts, but then I have room for another 5 sleeping dart bolts? If I drop the sleeping dart bolts, I should have more room for more crossbows, right? I feel like if there's going to be an inventory system, it should be a general inventory system. I mean, I get it, balancing and all that stuff. It really confuses me when there's like, you know, if like you're a stealthy player, you'll want to put more of your inventory into the stealthy items, right? But not care about, you know, these two, so you have more resources for stealthy things. If you're really aggressive, you usually like combustion or incendiary bullets and regular bullets. So those are really nice to have. So he's like, can I not just throw away the bolts and just have more room? I guess the argument is that you have like a specific like container for bolts. That like, you know, bolts are it's made for bolts and a specific container for bullets, you know, and so you run out of room. But I mean, like, really, I can't just empty out the bolt one and just put extra bullets in there? Does that not work? I don't know. It's just kind of funny to think about. I know balancing, I know there's reason behind it, like gameplay wise, design wise, but you know, it's just a nice little extra little nitpick you can do. Oh well, doesn't matter. Avoiding the rat plague. Excerpt from a government protocol on disease practices. Gotta swallow. Alright, also I'm getting a bunch of text messages. Give me a second here. Alright, sorry about that. Excerpt from the government protocol on disease practices. Much of the public still harbors false beliefs related to the plague. It is not true that the bile from river crust will protect against contraction of the disease, nor is it true that crushed morley orchids act as a remedy, though it is speculated that both of these ingredients are used in both Sokolov elixirs and Piero's remedy. Consumption of these products before exposure to the plague constitutes the only known means of resisting the disease. Further, the Abbey of the Everyman warns against superstitious practices. Not only is it effective to burn 2 hagfish and a cat together, inhaling the vapors while chanting the names of the plague dead, but it's also considered a heresy by the overseers and will be met with the full measure of the Abbey's laws. Tell your neighbors and practice these things yourself. Avoid contact with the infected, consume your ration of elixir daily, preferably in the morning, and report anyone suspected of carrying the plague. Everyone must work together to stop the spread of the dreaded contagion. Yeah. Yeah, if everybody in the entire world constantly tried defending themselves from plagues and everything like that, it would be a lot easier, because that's how it spreads. Oh, hi. How you doing? I will admit that the sword combat in this game is always going to feel really good. And once again, I know I keep talking about this, but it's just, you know, it's true. Even with the slower FPS and everything, in Dishonored 2, the freaking sword fighting is even better than ever before. So, yeah, I don't mind laying these guys out. Go feast, my children. Or you'll just let me tell you, either or. Good rats. Come in here. Hero spiritual remedy. Not much else, really, huh? Okay, so took a lot of health elixir. Just kind of scrounging to hurry up. Hey there, you're not eating the dead body anymore? Really? It's because I just killed too many of you? Some of you must still be hungry, right? Oh well. Moving on. So I think it's on the 3rd floor that we can find the rat. What's that? Oh well. Alright. So I think it's on the... Oh, spring razors. Spring razors are interesting. They're basically your equivalent of mines in this game. They're just also quiet compared to mines. So yeah. Cleaning rates. Dear Miss Benton, when cleaning my study, I ask that you constrain your efforts strictly to the floors. Please, at all costs, refrain from attempting to clean or arrange my bookshelf. In fact, it would be best to keep away from it altogether, otherwise I'll have to reconsider the terms of your employment. Regards, Dr. Galvani. P.S. Since I'll be out of the city for a few days, I've left next week's pay as well. The bank was closed, so I'm afraid it's short by half. You can count on me for the remainder next week, of course. Alright. At least he's willing to pay her, like, the extra half after. Galvani. The latest case should arrive within a week, containing all the components you need. Be careful with the white phosphorus. Can't have you getting Fossy job while the tanners at the edge of the city. Poor bastards. Or like the tanners at the edge of the city. Sorry, you have to practice in secret. The vivisectionists should be celebrated, revered even. Cutting out rats should be done in the town square with a crowd of eager students taking notes, not in some dirty little secret room hidden behind a wall of books. Anyway, looking for you to have an old friend who never left the academy. Let me know what else you need, but remember, it might be a month before I can put together another shipment. Yours in knowledge, Artemis Moore, Proctor and Clerk and Provisioner, Academy of Natural Philosophy, South Wing. P.S. Next time you're nearby, come in for an afternoon. We've stayed fairly insulated from the plague, since so few come and go here, and we've got quite the stock of Tivy and brandy. Huh. Alright then. Yep. Ah, it's all over. That's okay, so there's all this here, this kind of red room. I don't know if there's anything in here that I can grab. But if I'm correct, looking at, yeah, there we go. Open this up. There you go. If I'm correct though, isn't there like a thing in here as well? No, there isn't. Okay. Well, have that. It's really gross. I don't know. For some reason, like the weirder model makes it look gross. I'm usually not that afraid of like, or like that grossed out of insides, but no, that one looks really bad. Like, how many keys of his lab key? Rat behavior and extermination. Used to be, you'd go out with a bag, a stick with a nail on the end, and catch as many rats as you could in a night. The city watch paid by weight. My husband Benjamin and I mostly worked alone, and we got by. If we found a place where the rats were real bad, sometimes we'd hire a crew of street rats to work with us. The ones who didn't make trouble. We'd pay them with bread and apple cider. Once the plague came, the rats were different, meaner, bigger, and a little quicker. You'd have to watch yourself. If you got cornered, they'd turn and swarm the swarm would come back. If you got cornered, they'd turn and the swarm would come back at you. I barely got away with my skin a few times, down in the sewers. The bites hurt afterwards, but it was the sound they made that stayed in your dreams at night. It got more dangerous, and the city watch started paying better, but that didn't last long because after a while, too many people had been stripped clean, trying to fill up a bag. One slip and they'd be all over you, gnawing and trying to chew down through your bone. That's how I lost my poor Benji.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
It's always an interesting little idea, isn't it, huh? So... Look at this thing. Bad. Back. Be gone. For over a year, I've studied this cursed plague, collecting and dissecting rats by the thousands. Given their rapid gestation and maturation cycle, it's been possible to breed them for numerous generations. The rodents themselves seem immune to the plague, but they pass it readily between members of their own species, perhaps through mites. The blood of the rats tells its own story, allowing me to gauge the number of generations that a given group of rats have lived with the plague. As such, a nagging question remains. The rats collected in the poorest parts of town and the slums exhibit the oldest strains of the plague, while those found near the docks, where the forwarding plague-bearing rat would presumably have entered our city, exhibits a younger strain of plague. Because this means that the rats were transported to the slums in some way that is not obvious? I will continue my research. If nothing else, I am living proof that Sokolov's elixir and Pierre's remedy are very effective at protecting against the plague, if one consumes enough of the stuff. Yeah, I guess if you work with the rat plague, you kinda do need to get a lot of stuff to protect yourself, huh? Also got another text, my god. Alright. That's good, it wasn't a long one that time. Alright, so... let's go here. So we got what we needed. Let's go to Clavering Boulevard. We learned a little bit about the rat plague. So he's really on the idea that it's possible that a foreign power brought in the rat plague, which, I mean, isn't exactly impossible, so... I mean, it could be. I mean, imagine, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, using... it's like anything else, you know, if you can find some way to really screw with the ecosystem in a place, or screw with the people in the place, then, yeah, you could cause a lot of damage. It'd be an interesting tactic of war. Is that used? Like, you know, kind of throwing something into the ecosystem that really throws it all off balance and causes a lot of issues? I mean, it would be effective at destroying the place. It's just that at the same time, you'd also be destroying the place. You'd be completely... it's like, you know, if you shot a nuclear bomb somewhere, like, yeah, sure, you eliminated your enemy, but then you also removed an entire part of, you know, the world that you can live in. So you didn't gain anything from it either. So, I mean, if you're gonna freaking go to war and kill people, at least make sure you're doing something, you're gaining something out of it. But no, that's just... so I guess maybe screwing the ecosystem isn't really effective because the damage is kind of permanent. I mean...
Cold as a whaler's gaff hand. 50 years old, at least. This guy fought for the Empress.
Forget his old ass. I can't even remember the Empress. We tagged it plain. Under Clavering Street is ours. Come on. What's the take?
20, plus 2 elixir.
Look like 25 to me.
Look here. It's 20. It's 5 each, counting Boo.
You want me to check your pockets?
Let it go, kid.
Don't call me kid. You think you can cheat me? Come on, let's get this guy.
There's the flamethrower attack I was talking about. He's 2-on-1, so he's gonna die. Yeah, there he goes.
That settles that.
What?
Damn it! Freaking bastard. Just a matter of time, buddy. Oh, I'll find
Sure. Ow. I taken more damage from fall damage than anything else.
shanked.
Sure about that? Alright then. That's the life of living in like in a thug life where like anybody and everybody can get pissed off at any point and try killing people. You know, living with people with no morals, I mean fair game's kinda out the question at that point, isn't it? Yeah. Corporal Meadows. We found this strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the overseers. After your shift is over, take it dinner for disposal, or whatever they do with them. Don't forget. Sure, I'll take it for you guys. You know, I can do this. So next up is agility. The reason why agility is really good, and I'll show you guys why, especially for a high lethal playthrough, is that, you know, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah, they're eating the bodies clean. Since I'm currently doing high chaos, the amount of rats is a little bit higher than usual. You'll find rats in places that you sometimes won't, or rats will spawn in bigger swarms and stuff like that. So, yeah, watch out for that when you're doing high chaos. So I think that's a lot of the stuff I was trying to do. Now, just to look around a bit to find things. So there's one more bone charm left. Is that really it? Wow. Big work of all this, apparently.
Let me out. I'm fine.
That's not what we heard.
Just a cold.
Are you sure? Because you know we have to check you over.
And there's an inspection fee.
To the void with Bottle Street and to the void with you. Let me out.
Oh, you don't want to talk to us like that.
Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done.
Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do things on Bottle Street.
Let's have some fun here, shall we?
I'm trapped.
Got you. Alright, get out of here.
Out.
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe
Sure, why
someday the
not?
plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Oh,
What the?
yeah. So, Griff is an interesting little guy. If you talk to him...
Want to
Oh,
look
whoa.
at some of the things I found? Good things, I swear.
Cutscene glitches out a bit sometimes. But you can talk to him, and he is a shop like Piero. He sometimes sells things that you can't get. The problem is, if you know the prices of the items, like the bolts for Piero are 30, but here it's 50. Sleep darts are 100 each. I think with Piero it's like 70 or something like that. So it's just that Griff is kind of like, if you forgot to buy from Piero, or if you got money and you can't wait until you get to the next mission or until you get to see Piero again, you can always buy from him. The problem is, of course, like I said, he's more expensive to buy from. Now, though he does sell blueprints, which are really good, so Sokolov's formula, this basically allows Piero to make Sokolov's elixirs, and lens magnification, which is really good later on, so we'll get that. And yeah, that's pretty good. I won't buy anything else from him because, like I said, it's just you end up losing out on money. But yeah, so he's interesting though. Like I said, I have like bought things from him before. I've done it before. It's not always like a bad idea. It's just, you know, make sure you really need it first. What's this here? Is it maybe up here? I mean, this leads me to in here, but I don't need to be in here. But more money. Oh, Mother's Journal. 8th entry. It's the 4th day of the month of rain. Morris is sick and so are the children. I've avoided thus far, which is good fortune, since it has fallen on me to care for them. 9th entry. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbors cannot be trusted. Earlier, it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. The flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. Morris is gone. I don't know what I'll do. For now, all my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. At least his face is covered. Young Robert has passed away. The star of my sky is gone. Page missing. 17th entry. Elise stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She was such a headstrong girl, I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut her up a hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. 8th entry. It is the 4th day of the month of wind. It has settled in that they are lost to me. All of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore. Maybe I shouldn't get so much into reading these things sometimes, because those are, when you get into character, it's a lot more depressing to read all of a sudden. Oh well, we'll be good. I'll survive. So moving on. Like I said, Dishonored, not exactly the happiest of games to play sometimes. Oh boy. Okay. So how do I get in there? Is there a hole in the roof? Oh. I am an idiot at times. Bone charms. Bone charms. A sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from father to son, old man salt to greenhorn, still getting his sea legs beneath him. In the old times, men cut into the tusk of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of bears that roamed the isles north of Tivia. Once the whale trade began, the practitioners went to engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon to a man's vigor or defense against pregnancy. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back once again. Had a little interruption there. It's a bone charm, yeah. Where that? So, sustained rage. Your adrenaline takes slightly longer to cool down. Might as well equip it. I won't be getting adrenaline anytime soon, but I'll equip it nonetheless. Try it out. Alright, so... should be everything, right? Oh no, no, it's not. There's one more thing we gotta do. Screwed up. Went the wrong way. Freaking rats. Like I said, you can fight them, it's just that they're kind of like guaranteed damage. So you want to be careful when fighting them. Because even if you just like back away and attack, it won't do you much good, they'll still hit you in the end. Wonder is Griff dead yet? No, I mean he's just hiding out here. Hard deal this point. I'll be open at this time, yeah. That's for another time. So Old Dunwall Distillery. Let's go in here. So as you can tell from the picture, these guys here. Wow, they detected me really quick. I get it. And that's the fire attack that everybody hates. Oh, it's the worst design attack ever. Okay, it's not the worst design attack, but it's a really, really badly designed attack. Because it's fast, it goes far, it hits hard, and can't be blocked.
Word is he's like a phantom, with an army of shadows in front of him.